Hello and welcome to Numerstical, bringing you the picks of the day for Tuesday, May 21st. It is 7:30 in the morning, California time. And let's start out, as always, by reviewing the picks from yesterday. So, yesterday on our main line, money line, and totals models, we had two picks. We had the Mets on the money line, plus 115. They lost. But we had the White Sox and the Blue Jays over 7.5. That did win. So split decision with the odds were down a fraction of a unit for the day and down a fraction of a unit for the season. On the spreads model, we had one pick, Angels Astros. This is a tough one. Astros were up 6-1, and then they had a horrible inning where they gave up 7 runs and they lost by 2. So we took a loss there. So down a unit there. The spreads model is down half a unit for the season. Okay, moving on to today's picks. First on the money line, here's the full set of games. Again, some games still have unknown pitchers and so forth. But here's the ones for today. And then it's telling us to take a look at 4 home teams, excuse me, and 3 away teams. So let's start out by looking at the Padres Reds. It likes the Reds. If you can get 119, Pinnacle showing 105, so this might be a little bit of a stretch, but let's take a look. Cincinnati got 107 at Circa, but that's the best we're going to get. So won't take a bet there. Next up, the Giants and the Pirates. It likes the Pirates. If you can get 140, Pinnacle showing 124. So looking at Wager Talk, yeah, we're not going to get 140. In fact, the best we're seeing here is 120, and Model wants 140. So we're not going to take a bet there. Next up, Twins and Nationals. Says to take the Nationals at 162 if you can get it. And let's take a look. And yeah, we see the Nationals over here, 162 exactly at Circa. So, and actually 163 over here at Bookmaker. So we'll take it 163 plus 163 at Bookmaker. So let's put that down. Nationals plus 163. Next up, Braves and the Cubs. It says to take the Cubs at 115 with Pinnacle showing 112. And the Cubs, looks like we cannot get 115. We had 115 actually earlier in the day. So, well, you see 114 we had until a little bit ago. And I think at South Point we had 115 earlier. Yeah, we had 115 a little bit last night, and then it went away. 115 again. So there was 115 till about 7 in the morning, but it just went away. So won't have a bet there. Next up, 3 away teams, the Mets and the Guardians. It likes the Mets if you can get 110, and Pinnacle showing 116, so this looks like this will be a bet. Let's take a look. Mets, and we can get 115 at a variety of places on the Mets. Mets is this line over here, and you see we get 115 in a bunch of places. So let's put that down, the Mets plus 115. I'm having deja vu because we have the Mets at 115 yesterday against the Guardians, and it's the same thing today. So I'm just getting a little thrown off. Next up, Rangers Phillies. We got the says to take the Rangers plus 182. The Phillies, of course, having a great season, and but saying at 182, it's good value. Pinnacle showing 160 though, so this is we're not probably going to get that good of a line. And yeah, you see we're not getting close to that the number that the model wants. So no bet there. And then finally, Mariners, Yankees. Likes the Mariners plus 160. Pinnacle showing 144. Not sure we'll get the Mariners plus 160. And sure enough, yeah, we're not going to get 160 here. So it looks on the money line, we just got the two bets, Nationals plus 163 and the Mets plus 115. Let's move on to the totals. So here's the full list of totals games and the probabilities. And it's telling us to take a look at 3 unders and 2 overs. The first under is the Reds Padres. And this is kind of a stretch. It's saying, yeah, we like the under, but we want like plus 110 and it's showing minus 120. So we're probably not going to find that. Let's just take a look at the Reds Padres totals. It's up here. And the under, well, under 9.5. And you see a lot of them have already gone to 9. So we're not going to find a bet there. Next up, the Cubs and the Braves. 10.5 is the point. And at 10.5, the model is basically saying, yeah, take it at even at minus 125. So let's take a look at that. And wow, in fact, we're showing 11. So this is very strange. Let me just take a look at something. Yeah, so I just looked at the weather. So I think this might be because it's a windy day at Wrigley, and I guess they think the winds might be going out. It says right to left at 22 miles an hour when I looked at it. So because there's a pretty big discrepancy here. We really like this bet at 10.5. It's already gone to 11. But I'm gonna follow the model. The model does not incorporate weather, so this might end up being a bad bet. But let's kind of follow the model. The model's saying at the 11 under, we like it. So we could find the 11 under at minus 103. So we're going to take that Braves Cubs under 11 minus 103 here at Heritage. So Braves Cubs under 11. That should be here, under 11. Minus 103. Okay, next up, we've got the Cards and the Orioles. Again, likes the under 9, if you can get plus 102. Again, that's Cards and the Orioles. So see under 9, 102, or that's over. That's over. Yeah, under 9, we're not getting anything close to even money, right? So yeah, we're not going to find a bet there. Next up, Yankees Mariners. This now overs 7.5. If you can get minus 105 on the over, Yankees Mariners. And you see they've mostly gone to 8. The 7.5 we wanted minus 105, but they've mostly gone to 8, and the 7.5 over is not close to 105. So not going to find a bet there. Just look at the line movement. Went from 8 to, okay. Interesting. Okay. And the final totals bet is the Astros and the Angels. Likes over 8.5. If you can get 104, plus 104. So that looks like a stretch, but let's take a look. Astros, Angels. And you see, wow, this is moving. Just move for everybody. Yeah, and it's getting everyone's sort of the money is apparently going on the over. So people are betting the over, so it's getting harder, less favorable odds on the over. So we're not going to find a bet there. So that's it for the totals. Let's take a look at the spreads model. So again, the spreads are here. Oops. And we've got 2 home teams and 1 away team to look at on the spread. So home team likes the Royals minus 1.5. If you can get 195, but it's showing 185, so a little bit of a stretch, but let's take a look. So let's click over to spreads. It's again Tigers, Royals. And again, what did we want? We wanted plus 195 on the Royals. And actually, yeah, we're getting it. Plus 197 here on the Royals. Let me just make sure everything's... So yeah, so the Royals giving away the points. Royals minus 1.5, but getting odds plus 195. Ooh, look, just moved it circa, but we'll take it at Superbook. Plus 195 on the Royals. So Royals minus 1.5 plus 195. Next up, Astros, Angels likes the Astros minus 1.5. Basically, if you can get even money or better on the Astros, giving away 1.5 points. So Astros giving away 1.5 points, but we're not seeing even money. We're seeing minus 108, but that's as good as we're seeing. So not going to find a bet there. And finally, the Orioles, Cardinals. Here it likes the Orioles giving away the 1.5 if you can get 120, plus 120, and showing plus 110. Let's take a look. Orioles, Cardinals. Orioles minus 1.5. Yeah, you can get plus 115 at South Point here. So let's do that. Oh no, I'm sorry. We need plus 120, not plus 110. Plus 120. And we're not getting plus 120, we're getting plus 115. So that's not going to be a bet there. So on the spreads, it looks like we just had this one bet on the Royals. Minus 1.5 plus 195. So that's the summary of the bets today. We got the Nationals plus 163, the Mets plus 115, Braves, Cubs under minus 11 at minus 103, and that might be a wind-affected pick. And finally, the Royals minus 1.5 plus 195. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.